Parashat HaHodesh, the Shabbat before Rosh Hodesh Nissan, we are taking out an extra Torah on Shabbat, and we are reading a paragraph from the Torah. Now, the what we call it, Parashat HaHodesh, the portion of the month. What is it actually about? So we start reading about the first mitzvah that Bnei Israel got as a nation. There were some mitzvot from before, like perurvu, multiply, the sinew, that we are not allowed to eat the sinew. Bnei Israel don't eat it, but that was in Humash Bereshit. We were not a Jewish nation yet. We were Bnei Israel, the children of our father Jacob, which is called Israel, or perurvu, as we just mentioned. That was for the whole world to multiply. But for Bnei Israel to get a mitzvah from Hashem as a nation in Egypt, they got the first one to sanctify the month. Which month? Hodesh Nissan, the month of Nissan. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu is commending Moshe to do how to sanctify the month, and he's explaining to him how the cycle of calculating our calendar will be. So now, the question is, okay, we don't understand the full thing because we're not going to explain it today, but hopefully some other time. But today we want to understand why we have to do it. We understand a little bit what we do. We read about the month, and then, by the way, it goes later on. This portion is just the very beginning, speaks about the calendar, like calculating the month and making Nisan the first month of the year. But then it goes and tells us about the laws of Pesach. So why do we have to read it today? Why do we have to read about the mitzvah of how to calculate or to remember to calculate the months? Why do we have to do it? And if you want to tell me, it's a mitzvah, so we have to remember to do it. So we read about it. So the question is, why don't we read about all other mitzvot? Why don't we take the Torah out of 2 weeks before Kippur and remind everybody, in 2 weeks it's going to be a fast, and remember, we don't do that. Why here we do? So the answer is that might be, apparently in the books, I opened books, a lot of them don't speak about why Hachamim made a decree to read Parashat HaHodesh. It's very simple, to understand what is the command of calculating and everything, by why we have to read it. So what I was thinking is, since it's so important that all the other holidays are they depend on us calculating, therefore HaKadosh Baruch Hu or Hachamim made a takana to read the Torah about this, the beginning, because what I just said, that why don't we take the Torah before Kippur and read that Kippur is going to be in 2 weeks, is okay, it's one thing, but the moment that we have a calculation, we know when the holidays are. So therefore Hachamim saw it as a very fundamental and important thing, and they said that we shall take out the Torah and read about Parashat HaHodesh. Now, one more thing that I found beautifully after, it's a beautiful explanation that it says, similar to Parashat Parah. In Parashat Parah and all the other parashiot, we brought a technical sort of making sense reason why Hachamim would make such a takana. In Parashat Parah, for example, we said that we have to remind everybody that Korban Pesach has to be eaten only whoever is pure can eat from the Korban, and therefore, guys, remember Pesach is around the corner. Come get yourself pure so you can eat from the Korban. Here, Parashat HaHodesh, although it's called Parashat HaHodesh, speaking about the month, it's only the first, the very beginning speaking about the month. The rest is the laws of Pesach, and it reminds a person that that he has to join a group. So what happened is, in Pesach, you cannot eat Korban Pesach by yourself. You have to be part of the group. So in order to remind everybody to be on someone else's account, that is, you need a reminder from before. So this is one of the explanations that I saw in the book called Rabbi Uriel. So we have those two reasons. Hachamim made this takana because it's a very important and a very essential thing to calculate, and actually by calculating we'll know when the holidays are. And secondly, to remind everybody that they have to register with some other people in order to be able to eat Korban Pesach together. I wish you all Hodesh Tov.